margarine better than butter? Let's discuss. The most common question I get asked in my DMs is why I use margarine for my cookies rather than butter. And there's a few reasons. The first one is more simple than you might think. I just cannot deal with the cost of butter right now. £2 a block. So if I'm making one batch of cookies and it's £2 for the butter, I'm then spending almost £5 on the ingredients. Why go for the expensive option when there is an alternative that works just as well and maybe even better? But you have to be using the right margarine. I have trialed this many times and not all margarines lead to the same results. These guys are where it's at. Let me explain. We have our trusty stalk margarine. This works every time for cookies, cakes. I wouldn't use it for brownies and blondies, but the consistency of this margarine means the cookies always hold their shape. They're not going to explode all over the tray if you use this. I have tried other margarines and I have had terrible results. The cookies have been too sticky. If you can and you want to use margarine for your cookies, I would recommend using this or its trusty dupe, which is the Aldi or Lidl version. Either of these work just as well as stalk. It's always going to lead to consistent results. I swear by this margarine. You can carry on using butter if you prefer. I just like to find budget-friendly alternatives. Times are hard, ingredients cost an arm and a leg. Another reason I use margarine for my cookies specifically is to ensure consistent results. With butter, even just a slight temperature change is going to lead to a whole different texture for your cookies, whereas every time I use margarine straight from the fridge, I'm getting the same results. I am mainly referring to NYC cookies here. I actually do use partially melted butter for my chewy cookies, but to get thick, chunky NYC cookies, margarine is the way to go. I hope you found this helpful, and if you have any more questions about why I use margarine in some of my bakes, then just let me know in the comments.